What's up?
Sweet. What's up?
Round two. Sorry, we had to come back to it. I messed up on our first go around.
I mean, we're here now.
Yeah, we are. It's been a few weeks, but we got a lot of updates, enlightened ones.
Mm-hmm.
Don't come for us. We had some stuff going on. And welcome back.
Yeah. Welcome. I know. We've been busy.
Busy bees out here is what the streets would say. Would the streets say busy bee?
I don't know.
That doesn't sound like a streets kind of thing.
Yeah, we'll have to find someone in the streets and ask.
I'm gonna say, yeah. But yeah, they're a busy bee out here. If I pick up on that, I'm gonna ask. Doesn't seem like it would be. And you never know.
Never know.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's hot out here in these streets. The last time that we spoke to the enlightened ones, it was a lot of rain. It was humid, but it wasn't cooking.
Mm-hmm.
It's been cooking.
Yeah, it has been.
So, I'm not a summer. Actually, I'm not an extreme weather fan. I think we have established that.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to like the heat, and I still do, but it's kind of hitting me a little harder this year. I don't know. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older. I don't know. I don't like it.
As we age, that could be a thing. We become more sensitive to sun, I would think. It just sucks out more energy. Also, our environment is out here. We have a Super El Nino happening right now.
What does that mean?
You know what? That's an excellent question. Let's look this up. Super El Nino, y'all. Bear with us. I know it affects some shit with the temperature. Okay, we know, and I haven't, studied this to be more specific. So let's just be accurate. Okay, according to Earth.org, this seems legit.
Yeah.
As of June 15th of this year, El Nino has arrived. Here's what you need to know. Okay. The powerful shifts, damn ads, capitalism, can't stand it. Okay, here we go. The powerful shifts in Pacific winds and water temperatures frequently push global temperatures to record-breaking levels. They can also transform global weather patterns, increasing the likelihood of severe droughts in places like Australia and Southeast Asia, heavy floods in parts of U.S. and East Africa. El Nino has developed in the tropical Pacific, and it's predicted to intensify to a moderate or strong level this fall. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, so NOAA, said on Thursday the U.S. agency declares an El Nino when temperatures in the equatorial Pacific are 0.5 Celsius above average for several consecutive months, according to the press release. If sea surface temperatures in the Niño monitored region of the Pacific exceed 2 Celsius, then the event is considered very strong. Currently, the NOAA predicts a 63% chance of that happening. So, which means 11 warmest years on record. So 1850 to 2025. Yeah, we're in all of them. So we got number one is 2024. That seems to have been the warmest year so far. 2026 isn't on here yet. Obviously, we're only halfway through the year, so I'd be curious where that's at. 2025 ranked third. Yeah,
Dang.
so what happens is the powerful shifts in Pacific winds and water temperatures typically also bring erratic weather patterns globally, such as an increased likelihood of severe droughts in Australia, sub-Saharan Africa, Southeast Asia, and heavy floods in parts of the southeastern U.S., South America, the Horn of Africa, and Central Asia. Yeah. El Nino also affects tropical cyclones. In other words, it's not it.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, it sounds like there's nothing we can do about it, right? It's just the water getting hotter.
There was something that we could have done about it before our time.
Like, yeah, like 100 years ago.
Maybe even before. I mean, to be granted, I don't even know what they knew 100 plus years ago when it came to all this. And we have all the information now, and it seems like even with the information, we're just like, you know what?
Keep cooking.
Let it burn, basically.
Yeah, I mean, with all these like data centers, it's only going to get hotter.
Oh,
they're burning up the water.
Burning up the water, and allegedly, shout out Emily, she has a theory. I don't know if she read this somewhere. She was just talking about it earlier today. But did you see? Because I actually know of someone who this might be the case, but I didn't know. They've been having some stomach issues. I don't know specifically if it was this symptom. So I'm not even putting this on said person or putting their name out there. They just said stomach issues. It could have been this, my theory. Apparently, there's a lot of explosive diarrhea going around.
Oh, I've been seeing that.
So apparently that's happening. And it's from, I think, a parasite that is potentially from, our water that potentially is caused because of data centers out here. Theory.
Damn. Theory. We'll have to look into that some further. Because what kind of parasite comes from a data center? Like, how does that work?
I don't know on that. No, no information generated for me to give you a legit answer.
I'll Google it later.
Yeah. Scientists.
Let us know.
Hit us up. Pull up. We've got questions. I don't know, but that's unfortunate. Like, enough people to the point where it made news. Explosive diarrhea is nothing to mess with. That can ruin
anything.
Anything and everything. Explosive diarrhea has ruined. Nothing about that makes anything better.
No, it ruins, like, it really does. It would ruin everything. Like, imagine doing anything with explosive diarrhea.
Nothing. It's crippling.
Yeah. You can't roll.
Oh, I would hope you wouldn't. I would hope you wouldn't. Now, we're not going to say any names, but we were just talking about this the other day. Said person back in the day did not have explosive diarrhea, but said had accident at a competition.
Yeah.
Crazy. You know what?
And we'll never forget.
I'm never going to forget that. You know why I'm never going to forget that? One, because it happened in the first place. So it just is what it is. But two, because they took the shorts home, washed them, and reused. You need to burn those shorts.
He should have thrown them away at the tournament.
I don't know why we decided to travel back with those. It's a
so
lost
funny.
cause.
Sam and Julian, I think, rode back with them from that tournament in the car with the poop pants.
No. And then forever, every time we saw those yellow shorts, it didn't even matter if those weren't even the shorts and they were on somebody else. I just attributed them to shitty shorts. Literally.
Same. Yeah. And me too. Never forget.
Never.
That was my first tournament.
Oh no. That's a wild first. You know what? That's lesson learned for you. First tournament. You're like, it'll never be me.
Yeah.
It'll never be me. No, because you got to think about what it is. Okay, let me put.
No, I'm prepped before every tournament.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I was saying, let me put like an asterisk on it because, I want to be sensitive to people with the GI stuff or whatever. I'm gonna put that over here for a second. I'm with you. I'm prepping before we get to that space for that to even occur. Now, has there been, giving you the little rumble in the jungle nervousness before you go to competition? 100%. At that point, you should be cleared out.
Exactly. Yeah.
There should be nothing for debate. Even if you get neon bellied, you don't feel. I would think you would be more likely to throw up than you would to shit yourself at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I operate on nothing but caffeine when I'm competing.
All jittery.
I mean,
Right.
there's just nothing else in me. It's just
That's
It's just my caffeine.
yeah, just the fiend.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah, if you were out here blasting cheese
Ugh.
and fried food the week of, day before, crazy work. Crazy work. You know, I think if I smelled that on somebody,
Ew.
or
Yeah.
yeah, and I was competing against them, I think it would take a lot in me not to react in anger.
Yeah, see
Yeah.
red because they smell like cheese.
Oh, ew. Because we got to think about it. It's one thing to, like, if you're cleaning up, let's say, taking Roxy out, because we've had this happen before, whatever reason, you're not maybe paying full attention or something happens and you go to pick something up and then like a fingertip accidentally like escapes the side of the bag and you're like, ah!
Yeah.
Tragic. We've been there,
Mm-hmm.
or like, dogs it just gross. So these things happen with your animals. We've accustomed to that. Or if you're walking out in public, we've all done it before, walking, doing your thing and then splat out, bam, pile. You just step in the pile.
Yeah,
Dog shit.
I hate that.
Yeah, the worst. F you people that don't pick up after your dog. With that said, if you ever stepped in what you thought or knew was human shit, the disrespect that you would feel on the inside, that is something you would never get over. Ever. It's just something different. Yeah.
That hasn't happened to me, but I'd probably remember that for the rest of my life.
Yeah, you want to know why I thought about this, actually? Because
why?
we were talking about this a really long time ago. When you work in places of customers, in certain spaces sometimes, things happen. People be nasty out here. Thankfully, I've never been put in a direct situation where I've had to deal with said situation or clean up said situation after an adult person. Or even a non-baby. I'm going to put it that way because a toddler having something crazy happen, which is understandable, but toddlers are almost like as big as grown-ups, and that's a whole other situation. But when my friend worked at a grocery store, because this happened when I worked at Hastings, RIP, Hastings back in the day. Thankfully, I never had to pick this up, like I said. Well, somebody had a little accident. There was no animals that came into the establishment. And it was on the floor. It was on the floor. You know what I mean? And so me and my friend at the time, we were talking, I was like, imagine, like, you don't expect to step in shit when you're at the grocery store. Or any store, rather. You don't expect that. And it's like, okay, maybe if somebody brought their service dog in or something and something just happened, it's crazy. There's nowhere in your mind where you're like, that could be human shit. But it could. I don't even know if that's a day ruiner. That might be I'm going to cycle through. That might be a day ruiner, a week ruiner, a month, maybe even a whole year if I just wanted to go black and white and just think about that one time I stepped in human shit.
I wonder how often that actually happens.
I think
probably more than we think.
Yeah, 100%. I remember when, I'm downtown. We had that, some things happened downtown. We had it on the steps in the front.
On the wall.
Whoa.
It was on the wall.
Oh, yeah. I remember that, too. I was talking about another situation. Damn, there has... I do remember that. And that was there for months.
Yeah, that was disgusting. Going to the gym every single day and just looking at the wall right by the door. Ugh. Yeah, that does happen more than we probably think it does.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, because I was thinking when I was at work and it was on the steps. And you can tell, I was like, that's not from an animal. I know it's not from an animal.
That's so disgusting.
Yeah. Crazy work. I'm sorry,
Oh,
in line ones. We had to go there because this shit's
I know.
wild
Sorry,
out
Lion
here.
Ones.
Yeah. Huh. Stay clean. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm
Stay
saying.
clean.
Stay clean. Ah, man. So anywho, back to the steam segue. Hot out here in these streets. Speaking of that, I mowed for the first time in like 3 weeks on Friday.
Mhm.
Whoo! It was an experience out there. I had my little hat on, protect me all around. And it was like, I don't know, 83
Mhm.
degrees, 9:30 in the morning, cooking. Just baking. I was like, man, if I just dropped right here, nobody would see me in the
Dang.
backyard. Yeah. That wasn't that bad, but you know how you have those random intrusive thoughts that just come sometimes?
Oh, you got more intrusive thoughts than I have.
I know. Because I hear a lot of
Those-
stuff. You have to understand. Like, I hear so much
Oh.
stuff.
Dang, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
You got people telling you intrusive thoughts all day long.
Pretty much. And I'm like, I mean, I get it. Anywho, it's been a few weeks, y'all. I know you missed us. We're back out here again. Check out if you're watching us. Like and subscribe, please.
Mhm.
Become an official
YouTube.
Light Ones. That's right. On the audio or the video, audio, you can find us everywhere. But if you're on the video right now and you're listening and watching, again, Michaela's out here with the shirt, choking
Yep.
consciousness. That's right, black and white tee with the skeletons on the back. If you want one, because you're an official
us know.
Enlightened,
Just let us know.
holla. That's it. That's all you need to do. Matt was wearing his the other day. I like seeing that.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
Mhm.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I accidentally got mustard on my shirt earlier
Oh
today.
no.
I got it off, but it was unfortunate. But it gave me the idea, like, oh, mustard yellow would be kind of sweet for our next
Ooh,
shirts.
yeah, I do like a mustard
Yeah.
yellow. I like the way you're thinking.
Yeah, that's something like blue, like
Yeah.
blue font.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Next one.
Next one.
I like how you went with I like how you went with that versus like, you know, a Ronald McDonald yellow.
Who wears that? Who wears that yellow?
There's people.
I'm sure, but I don't usually see that yellow out and about.
I think I've seen it recently.
Really?
Maybe.
Was
Probably
it
was
like
a
a
crunch? It was at Crunch somewhere.
at the gym?
Yeah. It may have been a Crunch.
Yeah.
I'm always seeing.
Yeah. I was gonna ask if it matched their personality, but you probably didn't talk to them.
It matched the aesthetic of what I maybe perceive what their personality is.
All right. Yeah, I wouldn't go bright yellow.
Mm-mm.
Muted, like mustard yellow.
Yeah.
I know my colors.
There you go. There you go. Like, you're trying to burn my retinas if you're wearing that kind of yellow. So we don't want to do that. But anywho, it's been a while. How you been? What's been going on? Form the peeps.
I mean, I've been normal. Nothing's really changed. Yeah, nothing's really changed. I just go to work, go to jujitsu, and that's about it.
Oh, that's
Train.
all right. Train,
Yeah.
exactly. Body's getting better.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, my back's feeling better.
That's good.
Just gotta keep stretching and doing mobility work, and
Stay on it.
yeah, I'm doing back exercises. The stuff that Heidi showed me, she's like, do this every day. Like, all right, I will.
Yeah. She said, be on it. Don't stop. No
Mhm.
arrival.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, is your knee feeling better?
You know, we're
Is it
getting
still-
there. We're getting there. I got
Yeah.
my braces in yesterday. So,
Good.
but yeah, so I'm going to be putting those on tomorrow, see how that goes. Ease into it.
Mhm.
But things happen. Like we've talked about in the past, you know, wasn't fun. It's still not the best. Can be a little frustrating, but I'm grateful. Nothing worse happened. and I'm on the up and up. And
Nice.
no even complaints even, because I think about our homie Sam, it's almost been a
Mm-hmm.
year, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. And so I'm like, I'm just to almost 3 weeks. I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
So it just is what it is. Happen. But yep, definitely slowed me down.
Yeah, I know. Haven't rode with you for a while.
Yep. Get my little bike in though. Yeah. I'm still getting my upper body stuff in though.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Mhm.
Get big.
We got ADCC.
I know. Yeah, I've been prepping, or I've been doing more drilling and stuff, more intentional drilling to get ready for that.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you need to start drilling too.
I
So you gotta get your knee
I know.
ready to go.
I know. That's the wild thing. I couldn't even drill really. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could, but it'd just be like, I guess
Yeah,
what
it's
wrong with
not
him?
worth it.
Nope. Move the wrong way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How are we gonna tell the people the
Yeah,
big
we
news?
got updates, y'all. The big news. If you have not been following what has occurred over the last 3 weeks, and no, I didn't know until a week before, which is ironic because that's the day my last roll popped my knee that day, that day.
Mm-hmm.
Universe is universe, and but your girl's officially a black belt now.
Hey.
Yeah, we out here.
Yeah.
We're like, our topic is today, not at an arrival point. I'm just at the beginning, and got to take time to acknowledge the huge milestone that receiving a black belt is.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you accepted it yet?
I
Does
think
it feel like you're a black belt, or are you still kind of meditating on that?
I think I still got to meditate. I think there's a
Yeah.
number of things, right? Because it's such a long journey. Not that I'm like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to wait, trying to get there. It was just, you show up because I like training, right? So it's just the
Mm-hmm.
days are going. But I think, uh, one, not being able to actually roll since I've gotten promoted kind of feels odd.
Yeah.
I haven't even put on the gi
Dang.
or
So you
anything.
haven't won your belt since getting it?
Nope.
Dang.
So I haven't done
Yeah.
that. And yeah, like I said, just the 10 almost 10 year span. It's a little shy of 10 years. I don't think it's quite 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I think there's going to be a lot of growth. I told Heidi, I was like, it's just like I feel like a white belt. Again, I'm doing this. Like it's
Yeah.
weird. Just thrown. It's like a minnow being thrown in an ocean of sharks.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's wild. Did you feel like that instantly? Or did it take time?
Well, I think as soon as Heidi surprised and told me that week before, just real subtle but big news.
Mm-hmm.
I think when I had to, like I said, I had to sit there and I was like, that's such a, like, I don't know. You never ready. I don't think you're ever like necessarily
Yeah.
ready. Uh, and I was just like, I don't even know. I don't even know.
Yeah.
It's hard to see yourself there.
Yeah, I bet. So would you say a little bit of imposter syndrome then?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. When she told you and you came in and sat down, I didn't know she had told you then. But yeah, you looked like a ghost. You just looked like you were in shock. I thought maybe you got smashed. I'm like, did you just have a rough roll?
Got messed up out there.
Yeah.
And internally, yeah, Heidi rocked my soul. Like, it's one thing because it was like in my mind. Again, I'm not chasing stuff and I don't predict these kinds of things. Every time, I think there's only been one time where I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to, or I guess twice. Like I'm about to get a belt.
Yeah.
Like that, like, cause there's just been enough conversation surrounding it. So I think like blue belt, cause one, they had to like, well, the blue belt was surprising. So honestly, actually, when I think about the brown belt was actually the one that like I knew was coming. Cause it was like, but also I was like, well, that's going to be dependent on how I do at Worlds. And then I think that was the year, was it? No, I lost. But Nikki and
The
I both.
raccoon?
No, yeah, that was the raccoon. That was the raccoon, I think. I was like, well, but again, not that I was like, oh my gosh, like I just never been a person to chase belts. I just never have. And so I was just like, well, you know, if it happens, I'm not necessarily surprised by it, but I'm also not surprised if that doesn't happen because there's always room to grow. There's always room to learn. So when I got my blue belt, I had just moved to Minnesota, but I didn't know how that was going to work. So I was still a white belt when I moved. And then when I came back for my 30th birthday, they had reached out to my coach up there and said, hey, you know, is it okay if we do this? And so that was a surprise when I came back to visit because I wasn't expecting to get my blue belt when I came visit. Purple belt was a surprise too, but that was in Minnesota. I got promoted in Minnesota with my purple belt. So this one, yeah, it was like the earliest in my mind was like, if this is going to happen, it's probably going to be in September because I don't have any more stripes to go. That's logically I was like, well, I got no more stripes to go, so at some point in time it's gonna be wild, but that's like gonna be the next level. So I'm thinking he's talking about September because we're gonna have Nick here. And I'm like, I was like, well, but I still wrote it off because I was like, we're going to ADCC, so like I was like, maybe like the beginning of next year if that happens.
Yeah,
that's where my mind was.
Oh, that's wild.
And so then when Heidi did the Heidi and was like, what are you doing on the 4th? And I was like, what do you mean? I'm going to be on like with family. And she's like, well, what if I need you to be here? And I'm like, Heidi. And she was like, well, what if you get your black belt that day? I was like, wait, what? I didn't even register it for a couple seconds.
She just snuck that in.
She did.
That's wild. Sensei Heidi.
Yeah. Insanity. And then it was like I said, it was super cool when she told me after the shell shock kind of came down that it was going to be with Ron too. So that was special.
Yeah, that was special. It was cool seeing both of you guys.
It was like I can't remember the exact date of when but it was maybe a few weeks or a month from each other.
Dang. Yeah. That's awesome.
So, yeah, Imposter Syndrome going to be there, I think, for a hot minute. Hot minute. Like I said, I'm fully prepared and accepting. Not that I'm just expecting, but I'm just not going to be surprised if it's going to take me a while to win a match.
I mean, yeah, that's understandable. I feel like for anyone, like once you reach black belt, it might take a while.
Yeah.
I mean, it took Matt a while. Not to win, right? It just took him a while to get back on the winning track, but.
Well, yeah, I think on black belt, it did.
Who knows? You might come back and win your first match.
Hey, maybe I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna not try. And it's also like, yeah, it's the insanity to think that somebody has had their black belt longer than you've been training. That's an insane thing to kind of think about.
Yeah. Yeah, that is crazy.
Like I think about Sensei Heidi. She has an additional, I think maybe 10 years or so, or maybe on just training, just years in general. And I'm like, the way, if Heidi's healthy, the way that she can still jack me up at free will. I mean, that's, again, there's level, it's just different.
Oh, yeah. No, Yeah, the levels, just watching you guys roll is pretty awesome. Because for me, like, I see the levels within just watching. Just like, your movement and timing and everything. It's like, oh, that's so nice. And then rolling with you guys, like, your tension. So, like, just no, like, comparing your level to, like, blue belt's level, it's
Mm-hmm.
wild to know that there's that much more growth that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I can't imagine what it feels like to be at black belt.
Strange thing, you know? Very strange. But we're here. And I think when I finally like somewhat start, like I said, start getting back on the mats to start moving around again, I'll start feeling a little better or a little
Mm-hmm.
more like, okay, yeah, this is a thing. But still not. I don't even know. It's kind of like the same. It's like I'm still the same person, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think some people like it's like when I got my doctorate last year. It's like
Mm-hmm.
clearly that's a huge achievement. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's like I'm still Deja.
exactly.
It's just
Yeah.
like nothing has changed about nothing outside of that great achievement in the same way as this does. It's like I still don't know. I'm still gonna ask. I probably sometimes ask a white belt, what did we do? What what how did Matt show it? I was not paying attention. Or I was and it just lost me. Is what it is.
That's all right. Yeah, you're still you.
Yeah. It is weird. But it'll be because it's like people also look at you in a different way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do. I think it's funny. I'll bow. I'll bow every time I see you.
Sanity. At some point in time, you're going to be a sensei as well.
Yeah. I got time though.
Yeah. I mean, you not as much time as you think. Yes
I know.
and no.
It's coming. I'm trying to level up, so I know it's coming.
It's there, you know? And I think that's the fun part. Like, I think when people get into that mindset or like early on, that's why a lot of people don't last. That's why there's not a lot. One, there's not a lot to be promoted by a woman. Black belt is rare on its, you know, obviously it's bigger now than it was even 10, 15 years ago. And at the same time, you know, to be at a point where if people start early on and they start chasing a belt early on, that's when they drop out. So a whole bunch of people, if you don't make it past the 6-month mark, it's going to be rough if you even get your blue belt. If you don't make it past blue belt, you quit, right? The blue belt, the blues. It's just not going to happen. But once you get to your purple, the odds of you getting your black belt grow exponentially.
Isn't it like 3% of people make it all the way to black belt?
It's
Something real small.
I'd be curious to know what it is now in comparison, just because what would contribute to those stats. Because, like I said, I'm a traditionalist. And like I think it's important if you're a competitor, because you just don't want to put somebody in there because they put the hard work in and then they end up putting themselves in danger because they're not able to protect themselves against people, you know, in that level. I think that's what you have to think about. But also, we've talked about it before with the whole American no-gi culture and how they're so gung-ho about getting rid of belts because they don't matter anyway, kind of thing, because like a blue belt could smash a black belt. To me, I'm like, it's still not true. It's still not true to the work or like the, you know, that you have to develop. Just because you can beat somebody, if you're a blue belt and you can compete against a black belt, cool. That doesn't mean that you're a black belt to me. And that belts don't matter. I think it just, every belt signifies your journey and the work that you have put in and what that means.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't go straight from blue to black because then you got no journey. There's no
None.
journey there.
Mm-mm. No.
Fast forward a journey.
Facts. And I think, Carl, shout out Carl. He had said this during his brown when he got promoted, right before he got promoted to his black. He said his brown belt experience was more about teaching than it
Mm-hmm.
was kind of like, obviously his game developed and it improved, but it turned more into transitioning that into teaching.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you teach a lot. You're always teaching and helping people out.
Yeah, with me, right, where it's like if it's wanted, just give
Yeah,
unsolicited
yeah, of course.
advice. But yeah, I've always been somebody. It's just like the better you get, the better I'm gonna get because it's gonna force me to get better. So why wouldn't you not
Mm-hmm.
overdo it? But why wouldn't I offer things that if I've got you in the same suite multiple times, I'm gonna be like, hey,
Yeah,
this is what's happening.
yeah. No, you have.
It just is what it is. But I do think that it did get more. I wasn't necessarily intentional about it. It was just kind of a natural thing once I was at my brown belt. It was just a little more
Mm-hmm.
teaching involved. Yeah. I think
Dude,
it also.
you
Hmm.
gotta do a little black belt seminar now. That'd
That's
be
a year. Damn,
awesome.
I could do one. I'd have to think about what I would do it on. Obviously, from half guard or something,
Mm-hmm.
butterfly.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, I could do that. It's true. Just wild. And I think, yeah. And I think it is also crazy to me because when Ron and I started, Heidi and Matt were purple belts.
Yeah, that's crazy to
Mm-hmm.
think about.
Mm-hmm. Tearing it up.
When you were a white belt, did you know that you were going to get your black belt? Like when you started, did you have that feeling or did it take time for you to realize, yeah, I'm going to get my black belt?
The black, but I was like, in my mind, I was like, I'm eventually going to get my black belt because
Mm-hmm.
this is something I enjoy doing. That was the mind,
Mm-hmm.
or I think
I got you.
it was like, because it was just like, well, eventually that's going to happen. Because I didn't foresee myself, unless something happened, I didn't see myself not training anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see, like when I emailed, even I didn't know, I knew I was going to like it. When I sent that email, and I'm pretty sure Heidi was the one that emailed me back, it said, come on in and try class, the open map. In my mind, this is what I'm joining it. I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't going to try it out. I'm joining, which is I joined right after we got done.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It just makes me wonder, like, if it's like the athletes that know, like, hey, I'm
Hmm.
starting this, like, I'm doing this until I like reach that level. I
Yeah.
wonder if it's the normal people that are like, oh, they try it, but they have no idea if they're going to eventually reach that level or not.
I think there's multiple things because we see a lot that come in just from where we're at in Lawrence, with
Mm-hmm.
the students and everything. So you have a handful who have maybe their buddy was trying it and their students at KU just want something to do. Like they're kind of serious about it, but really not really. It's just something to do.
Mm-hmm.
You have some handful, it's just like they come into it for self-defense or whether it's just something to try to move their body in a different way. And they end up kind of liking it and they didn't they don't necessarily see the longevity in it, but they still like it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the
Yeah.
community might keep them in it, but the sport of jujitsu isn't something that necessarily keeps the longevity.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have those people who were. I do think it's not all of us athletes because right we can break it down into subdivisions of different athletes who come in. We have the wrestlers who
Mm-hmm.
come in,
That's true. Yeah.
and I can look at some of them and just be like, you're one going to get burnt out because you've been doing this since you were a kid. That's a
Mm-hmm.
different. So at some point, this is probably not going to be it for you, and this isn't going to keep your attention in the way you want it to keep your attention. Because at some point you don't know everything, but you know all the basics.
Yeah.
And then you have to take it into your own reins along with class and what you're learning to continue being motivated to keep moving forward. But you have those athletes, some of them, who come in and maybe they're not chasing a belt, but they're chasing to be better than somebody they viewed better than them based off rank. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So you are chasing, like you're chasing like a person.
Yeah. Whether it's
chasing,
you want to prove something to yourself, right? Whatever. And then you just have some of those natural athletes, they just kind of lock in. And whether it takes them, 10 years to get their black belt, 20 years, at some point in time, it's going to happen just because they've fallen in love with the actual way, the discipline, the structure of it, and the way of learning.
Yeah. Jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
Crazy journey. So you see all kinds of people, all different walks of life, observe different kinds of people. I've observed all of those kinds of people. And then being at different gyms too. When you've trained at different gyms or you've dropped in at different gyms, you appreciate your space, or you maybe see the light on this space isn't for me. I need to go over to a different space.
Dang. Do you feel like your 10 years kind of flew by? Like looking back?
It does feel that way. Like when I was looking at the old photos that I put like every year, even though like the one with Ron and I, and even Joe D was in that picture. That was when Joe D had hair. No shame. He had hair guy. And that was I think that was 2 or 3 months into us starting that competition. Yeah, it did fly by. And I have to think like it does it. If you're in the chasing mode, if you're a white belt, the thought of getting my black belt seems so far away versus like now that you've gotten that, or I've gotten that, it seemed like it went just like that.
Oh, that's so crazy. Like that's just how life is, but it's crazy that it went by so quick for you. But yeah, little white belt Deja, you're probably like, oh, it's going to take me forever to get my black belt.
Yeah, I said when I started, things is just the things that you wish that you could tell, that not that you could just tell people, but that they just understood, but they're not until they hit a certain time. That's why I'm like, outside of spazzy white belts, that gets frustrating because I don't want to hurt myself because y'all get too wild out here sometimes. I got to go to work on Monday. Okay. Outside of those annoyances, or you trying YouTube moves you don't even know how to lock in stuff, I really appreciate white belts because I always remember my first day, my first month plus. I could barely get through the warm-up when we were actually doing warm-ups. Granted, I mean, you think it's hot at the gym now? It had nothing on that first gym's heat. Dang. It was crazy. Noticeable, like 15-degree difference when you hit the second step to go up the stairs.
Oh, that sucks.
All the windows were all fogged, the mirrors were all fogged up and everything.
Yeah.
And that was also before they started making these competition in light gis. So the gis were way heavy.
Thick gis.
Yeah. Very thick, traditional. Not quite judo. A little less, still very thick. And so I'm just like, I struggled to get through a warm-up. I remember I'd have tiny little goals. Sometimes it even happens now if, it said Matt passes you and you decided to take a breath and then it exited on his pass and you couldn't get any more, well, you might panic. I remember having those all the time when I first started, and I just have just don't cardio tap. Like, don't panic. Because I finally learned if I panic, I make it worse. But at the very beginning, it was just like, it would be those little things. I'm learning the moves, but it would be just get through the warm-up.
Mm-hmm.
without getting super winded. Like, get a good warm up in. Okay, cool. Then it was, okay, try to make it through 5 minutes without panicking or cardio tapping or anything like that. Okay, cool. Okay, where do you use a shrimp? They say you use it everywhere. Where? They say it's natural. Where? I think, and then it'd be like, you would start thinking too much about, not thinking too much, but you'd be thinking through stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was all robot. So I just continue to remember those first beginnings and where I'm at now, because it keeps you humble.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah. I love the white belts too. Because you see the spark in them, like them falling in love with jiu-jitsu. That's what I like to see. When people really start like getting addicted to it and they're like, they start learning and I don't know. I like seeing that.
100%. And I also think, as I said earlier, like a while ago, as upper belts, we have a big responsibility to also support. It's not us to cultivate, it's to support that motivation for them, for new people to want to stay in, even if you have to take time off. You said injuries happen, things happen. Life happens, you're not able to train as much as you want to. Just stick with it. And it is like this community, like, right, people enjoy I enjoy jiu-jitsu, and I really enjoyed the people I trained with in Minnesota. They were great people. If I'm ever back up that area, I definitely will drop in, roll with them. And there's not like the community that I have with the people that I started with. That is what that continued to elevate my motivation to stick with it, even though I just loved it. But right? So it is the community too. I think that helps people.
Yeah, we got a fun squad. Like, it's cool showing up and everybody's like all excited to see you.
It is.
Like, it feels awesome.
And there's genuine care.
Yeah. Our jiu-jitsu fam.
That is. And people be missing something like, hey, yo, you usually don't miss on these days. Where were you at?
Yeah, we know everybody's schedule.
We do. Been a couple weeks since I've seen you. That's not normal. What you been doing? And you don't have that anywhere. I think it's also appreciative when we have people come in that affirm the vibe of our gym.
Oh yeah.
In other places.
Yeah, we got the best vibe. There's people that move away too. They're like, my gym over here is not the same.
It's true.
Yeah, we got something special at our gym.
We do. And I think the people around our gym too just make each other, you just get better. You constantly want to elevate. And it's not on ego stuff. It's like, I'm not trying to be better than you. I'm trying to be a better me.
Yeah. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. So great. That's when the white belts coming up to me, they're like, oh, that's so cool, And I'm like, I appreciate it. And, I've been there, right? The disbelief in their eyes to be like, wow, like it's going to be so long before I get to that place. And I'm just like, don't count the date. Just keep showing up. For real. I was like, you keep showing up. It's going to happen.
Yeah. No, you're right. That's the most important thing. Just keep showing up.
Yeah. And throughout the journey, and it's not all going to look the same. I said there's going to be times where, like things happen. You got to reverse pivot, as we talked about in past episodes. With the knee, I haven't been able to train for a few weeks. And when I start training again, it's not going to be what I want it to be, but I got to ease back into it and do things. You know, you've had to do the same thing. It's just kind of part of the journey.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, reverse pivot. Instead of freaking out and crashing out and being mad, you just find another way to do what you want to do, but carefully.
That's true. It does, yeah, it does. Adds history. You're like, okay, we'll have that experience.
Yeah, I know. That's funny. It adds history.
That's right. Yep. It is what it is. Now, it is fair to have a little crash out.
Yeah, but for just a little bit, just a little period of time. A few
Yeah.
hours or a day.
I'll give you 48 hours.
All right, 2 days.
Yeah, I'll give you that. And then after that, it's time you got to start climbing yourself out of that and trying to figure out what that looks like.
Yeah. Um, how big of a crash out do you think Conor McGregor's going through right now?
Woo! You know, I think unfortunately for him, probably a pretty big one. I know. I mean, we can definitely skip to that here, you know, because that's a big content area. I think because that's right on brand. But before we like heavily get into that, because I did want to, definitely talk about it. Quick update so y'all know. Next week, Michaela's got us for another women's open mat.
Woo.
The 19th.
Yeah, the first
right?
one went good. Yeah, the 19th. Yeah, next Sunday at 12:30 at Ground Theory Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah, our first one was awesome. We had 18 girls show up. It was fun. Everybody had fun. Everybody was like, "Oh, I love doing that. Let's do it again."
Yeah, it was, again, vibes. Vibes were great. Everybody was friendly, and that was a really cool thing to see. Again, so many women in one space and legitimately just want to train and connect with one another.
Yeah, it was awesome. I'm excited to just keep it going.
So, any ladies, get the word out, spread the word out. Second one happening July 19th. So by the time this comes out, it's going to be this Sunday, because we'll get this out the following day as we're recording this. So pull up, Ground Theory, hit Michaela
Pull up.
hit me up. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Just come through. All right. And then the world of random sports, just I feel like we kind of have to tad bit mention it before we get all full blown in the UFC. I'm not a huge, maybe I'm becoming a fan now. I was never not a fan, but it was just kind of boring. We got the World Cup going on right now. We got to mention that. This is the final, or no, we got one more week. I think this is the last week.
Who won? Do you know who won yesterday?
Yeah, so England beat Norway yesterday, which internet beat internet, and because I thought the same thing when I was watching this live play. Norway should have won that game. But when you're talking about egos, I don't even know that much about soccer. I know a little bit, tiny bit, because I was an indoor soccer player. So I tried my hat a little bit outdoor, but I wasn't nothing out here to that level. But my eyes watching this was watching this Norway player have two defenders come to him, and one of the best strikers, not even the best striker in Norway, but one of the best strikers in all of the football players of all the teams is right there running next to you, ready for an easy assist and goal. And homeboy decides to take it on his own and try for a goal, and it gets blocked. They would have went up. They would have went up 2-0 against England, putting the pressure on England. Didn't y'all let England score 1-2 minutes before the halftime? It was over. It was all she wrote. So then England, I think they end up winning 2-1, and then you already know. I think they say FIFA's rigged. Maybe it is. I don't know. But Argentina won. We already knew they were going to win. Yeah. I forgot who they play. Not Belgium. They did play Belgium, because Belgium belt to ass to the U.S. Oh my gosh. We're talking y'all. y'all. Cheeks were clapped. Meaning the USA men's team last week by Belgium. Whoo! 4-1.
Damn.
Yeah. And I was saying this. My dad and I, we had just watched 2 days before that, the Ghana-Colombia game. And it was, Colombia won 1-0. So you would have thought it was a competitive, close game, correct? It wasn't. If you watch the game, Colombia was really clowning on Ghana the whole time. Ghana only got like a few looks on it. Colombia was like, get out of here, stop playing. And it was only 1-0. Now, the score that you saw for the US, the 4-1, was exactly what it seemed like it was. I'm talking, you just got out the shower, belt to ass type beating. It was so bad. It was embarrassing. That's how bad it was. And you can't have that happen after we kind of cheated.
I know. We did cheat. That's so ridiculous how that can happen.
We did. We already looked bad. We were actually, not us, I'm going to say America as the host city, especially like Lawrence and Kansas City, we were holding it down. We were doing some hard, heavy lifting for the U.S. And I think the fans, international, they were like, oh, you're not your government. Y'all aren't on some wild you're actually kind of fun. The American people are actually kind of fun. All right, kick it. We were getting some cute little TikTok stories. Then we had to go.
Homeboy ruined it.
Just squashed it. It's like, somebody come get him. We didn't subscribe to that, okay? We didn't subscribe to that. I didn't agree with the red card at the time. And rules are rules. We can't, that's what it is.
But you can break them.
Yeah, apparently you can. So we deserved those cheeks getting tsunami clapped as they did. I'm talking, we definitely deserve that. So it is what it is. Yeah, USA men's, they out. And so let's see. Oh, Fred went to the game. That's the game he went to. So I was like, that's pretty neat. And let's see, tomorrow, who else played yesterday? Spain? I think Spain. No, they didn't. They played the day before. Spain played. They're still in it. And then France.
Nice.
So, I don't know. I mean, I don't even know who to go for at this point. Who would you go for right now? Who's still
I don't know. I'm not following. I watched one game. And that was enough for me.
I get you. You know what? I get that. I've always been that way, even though I had the soccer background. The World Cup hit a little different. I think maybe because it was here.
Cool.
And it was fun.
Yeah.
It made my dad a fan.
It has been fun. I like Algeria being here. Like, we really supported them, and it's been fun. Like, downtown's been really fun, but I don't know. I just watched one game, and that's all I need. The amount of flops, the amount of, like, crying and flopping, like, they're soft.
Okay, you're not, I don't disagree with that, but here's what I am going to say, though. After watching some games, I'm a fan now. I don't know whose country or what club I'm going to follow, but I'll catch some games. If the game's on, I'm going to watch. Okay? But as I'm watching this, and me and my dad are watching, it's brutal. They literally be like running and throwing their whole bodies at each other. Did you see the amount of ankles that could have been snapped by people just sliding in?
Yeah, I saw Spike's shin one time. And the Mexico game. Yeah.
Shin, Achilles. That's what I'm saying. So yes, they do flop terribly. And it's actually a thing, because the dude from he got a red card when it was one of their star players is crying and shit. Like, bro, you can't do that. It was in the Argentine game, the Switzerland, one of their star players, I don't even remember who it was, but didn't even get touched. But he he felt like he did the whole yelling. Upon replay, again, a finger didn't even touch you. So homeboy got a red card. They're out because it's been so bad. I don't know when they changed those rules.
He got a red card for flopping?
Yeah, they can't do that in soccer. They do it, but if it's so egregious where it's like you clearly flopped, yeah, they'll pull up a yellow or a red card on people.
Oh, I didn't know that. Good.
Yeah. You know what? And another thing my dad didn't like, and I agree with them, it is real harsh. They're really harsh with their rules. Yeah, like a red card.
Red card.
You're out the whole game, and you got to play down a player the whole rest of the game, and that same player doesn't even get to come back for the next game? That's crazy work.
Well. You know, that's probably what Trump said, though. He probably said the exact same thing. The rules are harsh.
Oh, you're probably right, too. He did say that. It was a dumb red card anyway.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have got one.
Yeah.
Damn. That's true. So, hey, that is probably what's said. And like I said, we deserve to get belt to ass, cheeks clapped. So, I mean, if we would have lost like 2-1, all right, 2-0, okay, but 4-1 is crazy.
Yeah.
So that's our random sport. Oh yeah, shout out Wimbledon too. We try like Serena. She tried with the new GLP. She was gone real quick in the first doubles and singles. It was like, bye, you done. Injuries always win, unfortunately. Injuries and age.
So she played.
And she played and it was gone. It was done.
Like Conor? So did she get hurt?
Well, she didn't know. She didn't. I think she got hurt during the warm-ups, or she was like, yeah, because I'm having knee issues. Like, yeah, you've had a career doing this. Not that you just hard to come back. So that's right. Excellent segue.
Yeah. I mean, GLP-1s aren't good for probably aren't good for your knees.
That's what they do now. Just wow.
I mean, it's just so crazy to me. Like, you're a star athlete. You shouldn't be on GLP-1s.
Nah.
As a star athlete.
Here's what I'm going to say, and it sounds crazy. I get it. HIPAA. I know. Respect people's privacy. But if you're going to be on that and promoting it, being a former star athlete, we're going to need you to disclose your medical history. To rationalize why you are pushing that on people. Because it could be, right? It could be something that you need it for some, I don't know, blood pressure, something. I have no idea. I don't know. I just think full transparency when it comes to that is needed. Because then you got people looking at the commercial. They probably have it on mute, just sitting there at the pedicure place or manicure or just somewhere just kicking it. And it's on mute. And they just see like, oh, Serena Williams is looking good. Oh, she's still looking snatched out here. Okay. Oh, ooh, I should do the same. That's what these people see. And they're like, I want to be like Serena Williams.
Mm-hmm.
In some people's minds, they'll be like, I'll be a multi-Grand Slam champion, tennis champion, just like Serena Williams. As delusional as that is, there's people that will believe that just seeing it.
Yeah. Now they're shooting up with GLP-1s because of Serena.
Hey, y'all think Hey, yeah. Go ahead.
So, like, why is it okay if tennis players do that? But, like, you can't have UFC fighters doing that.
But who said you can't?
But I feel like that'd be unfair to drop unnecessary fat and weight that you don't need. Like, it'd be an unfair weight cut. Or is it?
Exactly.
I don't know.
That's a great question. I don't think we've had this before. Are there any known fighters that have come out who was on those Notice how you don't hear Ozempic anymore.
You know the song that plays for Ozempic? I can't remember what it is. It's an older song. I heard that older song play on Spotify and I thought of Ozempic. I'm like, that's messed up.
Damn. Always in your dreams. Heart, mind, soul. But you don't hear about Ozempic anymore. You don't even really hear about Wegovy anymore.
Yeah. What is it now? What's the main brand now?
The GLP. I think that's just, I don't know if it's a form of GLP and they still call it Ozempic, or it's just like GLP-1 and that's just what it is.
Yeah.
Telling y'all. I'm telling you. Because didn't something come out a while ago about, there's some stuff coming out about Ozempic that could be happening to you medically.
Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe. One of my coworkers, he used to be overweight, and he got so skinny he looked sickly. And now he's back to being overweight. So maybe something changed and he's like, yeah, this is bad.
Yeah,
This
you
is not
shouldn't be
good
doing
for
it.
me.
Yo, look at Sharon Osbourne's big ass head, no body. Like, not even being disrespectful. I know it sounded crazy that I just said that, but facts are facts. Look at the optics.
Yeah.
Big dome,
mean,
little body.
when I was 145, Matt said I had a huge head and a small body.
I don't think you had a big head and a little body. I'd have to. You look significantly smaller, but I don't think you had a
But
big
that was
head.
I know, but that was natural. So imagine being on Ozempic and losing all that weight unnaturally.
Yeah, well, all the muscle mass. I would assume that it also does something to your bone density.
Yeah. I think it does, right? I mean, I'm no doctor, so I don't know. I haven't
We
read
don't know.
anything.
We're not giving medical advice. We're just shooting from the hip right now.
Just be healthy. That's our medical
That's
advice.
it. That's it.
Eat healthy, work out.
Yes,
Move.
But just saying, the GLP didn't get Serena the Wimbledon title. So that's what that is as far as sports go. But segue, y'all, let's get to it. We have a lot to talk about when it comes to UFC updates. Big event that happened last night. We had, well, we'll get to it was supposed to be Conor's big return after 5 years, coming from a broken leg, ankle, last loss against Dustin Poirier, against Max Holloway, which was the main event. We had co-main event. We had Patty against BSD. Who else? Well, who was right? Oh, we had Sandhagen because he messed up my parlay, so had to put some more money down. We had Corey Sandhagen against Mario Batista. We had, let's see, what was it? Here we go. It's fun. Whoop. We had, here we go. Brandon Royval, that was a great fight against Lonair Kavanaugh. And then to start off the main card, we had Bobby Green against Terrence McKinney. Overall, those good fights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, the Bobby Green fight was wild. Dropping McKinney.
Hey, now, my parlay said thank you for stopping it at 1 second before. And me watching it as a fight fan, I'm like, it's 1 second. He's not out. You got to let the bell go, saved by the bell at that point because he wasn't out and he wasn't taking crazy damage. Let him come back to the second round, see if, see what happens. Because I do think that had they come back, I'm not saying Bobby wouldn't have won. He may have gotten some rest. Bobby was messed up from, the cuts looked bad. But Terrence McKinney was getting tired pretty quickly. But I said, thank you, parlay, for, And then that 1 second to go, TKO win by Bobby Green. Great fight, though. Going back and forth. I would say the second fight, I would have to rank over that for fight of the night. That was a great fight, too. Brandon Royval versus Lonair Kavanaugh. Do you see that fight?
I don't know. I don't remember it, so probably not.
That was the one. It was, they were going back and forth, but Brandon Royval, they're light, 125 pounders? Flyweights?
Yeah. Speed. I remember.
I mean, they were doing, and at first, the first round, Brandon Royval was looking really, really great, and then the second round, he got caught. Kavanaugh was throwing. He finally kind of found the inside range, and then they were kind of going back and forth in the third round, and Royval got him in a submission. I think rear naked is what he eventually got him in. Then we had Corey Sandhagen and Mario Batista. Messed up my parlay, but I mean, I guess it's not his fault, but still. Too bad, so sad for Corey. I don't, at this point, a title run's, it's over for you. We don't even know what the extent of the damage is on his knee. Clearly, there was some damage that was done in that first round when Batista caught him in that knee bar.
Oh, yeah, it looked tight. Like his knee was his leg was stretched out.
And he wasn't stable on it. So, which tells you, obviously, you couldn't move the way you wanted to move. I'm not saying the fight would have been any different. And that's just an unfortunate thing. Hopefully nothing's torn. But even if nothing's torn, you've now lost multiple contender fights at this weight class. You're not a contender at this weight class anymore. You're a gatekeeper. So you either got to think about moving up or just accept the role that you're in.
Mm-hmm. It's everybody's knees.
I know,
the knees it takes everyone. Like our knees are our biggest weakness.
They
as
are.
people.
And one of the most significant things to our system. It's annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Batista wins at bantamweight over Corey Sandhagen. Then we have our co-main. I don't even like Patty, and all respect to Patty, and all disrespect to BSD. What was that fight IQ? Dude told you what he was going to do to you the entire week.
Did Patty really call it?
Yes. He said he's going to shoot for my legs, and I'm going to choke him unconscious.
Oh, that's awesome.
And knowing what you know, if you've been watching, regardless of what you think about Patty, if you've watched tape on him, yes, his probability of choking you exponentially goes up if you shoot on him. And that's what you're going to do immediately. You deserve not only get choked out, but you deserve to have a styled out choke out on you. We haven't seen that before. I couldn't figure out what it was at first in real time.
Like a Darce, like a Peruvian Darce, right?
Yeah, he started off with I didn't see he had the arm in. I thought it kind of looked like a ninja choke, almost. But because he had that arm, it went from a Darce, and then he switched it to a Peruvian. It's like, there's nothing you're going to do about that. Because you shouldn't have even been there in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, did you see the video of Patty putting his leg behind his head afterwards?
Yeah.
Like, just explaining how flexible he is. He put both individual legs, like, behind his head. Like, that's crazy.
That's insane. And he's big. He's big.
Yeah.
Big frame, lanky. I think he's legit top 5. Depending, that would have been a fun fight to see had Ilya not got the brakes beat off of him. I would have wanted to see him and Patty fight.
Yeah. Are they in the same weight division?
Yeah. Lightweight.
Dang. I didn't know that.
I think Patty would be significantly bigger than Ilya because Ilya's already not a big lightweight. Yeah.
Yeah. Ilya's small.
Right. So I don't know what that does now. Now we don't know. So then we get to our main event, which wasn't even anything.
Yeah, there wasn't even a main event.
It wasn't even anything. So if you didn't watch it, you don't know. Max won by TKO via McGregor throwing himself out literally on the first strike. The first strike thrown in the fight blew out his knee. We don't know exactly what it is. It seemed like the ACL. But
yeah,
no bueno. No bueno. And I saw a lot of people online, and I'm not gonna hate this. I'm not a fan of McGregor. I can give respect due for dude's fighting career. Clearly there's still a McGregor impact or whatever. Don't mess with him on a personal level. It is what it is. So there's a lot of people who are watching it who are like hate watching. And hate watching, they're like, I'm not going to wish that on somebody because you never know what kind of situation you're going to be in. But they're like, haha, good for him. Karma got him. I wouldn't go as far as saying that. And I would go as far as saying it's just an unfortunate kind of tell, in my opinion, of his entire career in that moment. Like indicative of the choices that he's made, unfortunately.
Yeah, such a roller coaster of emotions. You know, being like at the top of your game, like, ah, I'm back. And then a minute later, you're like, it's over.
Yeah, didn't even get, you got hit, you got punched, but you didn't even get to do nothing. All that
Mm.
training, you felt good. You had the homage back with the mohawk,
Yeah, the
and
mohawk.
that's a sad way to go out. We can just, as humans, we can hope for the best, that he gets himself in line, gets his internal, his spirit in line, because that is
Mm-hmm.
rough in general. I mean, it's been 5 years, and like I've always said before, we could say what we would say if we had a certain amount of money, or if we came across something, if we had a certain amount of experience. In all fairness, no, we can't. I have no idea. I can say in theory I would never do X, Y, and Z. I've never been put in that kind of situation before.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Did you see his tweets afterwards?
they weren't great.
No, they weren't.
He was in a, what did he say? He was in a dark place.
Yeah, he's like I am beyond dark or something. Yeah, poor dude. And then he was like, I'm not going to interact with it. I'm going to go to church in the morning,
I
basically.
Hey, well, the thing is, you would hope that that's what he's doing. If he was legit and saying that he's transitioned his life, and you can't take back the messed up stuff that you've done, all you can do is move forward and hope to be a better person than you were. If that was genuine, you would hope that he was in church today,
Hmm.
because that's what he said is important with his journey. But yeah, that's rough. I mean, you really have to think about, here is this dude that came up on the scene. Nobody was really talking about Ireland of like prominent popular fighters. He came up on welfare, right? Welfare, and just completely exploded the fight scene. And so you could say, and he even says it in some of his interviews, after he made that 100 million, after that Floyd Mayweather boxing exhibition, things were never the same.
Mm.
He, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know, he said it a lot, whether you want to believe him or not, he was saying some truth where he was like, he took his gifts for granted. He wasn't doing right with his talents and the money that he had, and he got himself, as we saw throughout the years, multiple terrible situations.
Yeah. I mean, you say that if you got a ton of money right now, you'd go wild
I
too.
probably would. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Like, you just have to, like, think about, if think back, and maybe it's right now, I hope not for you, but for some people, I get it. Like, think when you were younger, like, you real broke college days, where it's like,
Hmm.
dang, like, I need to go to the store, but I might overdraft, like, I got to keep it under $20 for the next 3 days or something before I get
Hmm.
paid. And think about if you saw that same bank account with, I hope I don't overdraft and I have to spend under $20, so all of a sudden going up to 2 million plus.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
You just feel some type of way on payday. You see what I'm saying? Like, everybody's
Yeah.
like, you feel some type, you might spend a little extra on dinner or something on payday because you can. Imagine you just
Hmm.
had like a lifetime of paydays in one drop. I don't know. I'm not condoning any of his actions. Said I don't mess with him personally, or I was rooting against him. I was hoping he got knocked out.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I'm just like, it's a tale of, here's somebody who is a once in a generation kind of athlete and showman, because that's what he was. That we won't see another
Hmm.
Conor McGregor in our lifetime, I don't think, like that, who transcended sports in that way from another country and all that. But you see how all those demons, and I'm not saying like, yeah, had he not thrown, let's say he doesn't throw that kick last night and it's actually competitive, and not even competitive, he actually wins. We don't know if he'd be like, yeah, F y'all, told you, everybody doubters. So we don't know if he would actually be humble in that or whatever. But okay, let's operate what he did. What did happen? He did throw that, and he landed awkwardly. I just think it's so much more than that if you actually look at it. It wasn't about him throwing the kick and it was just awkward. I think it was accumulation of bad decision making. And even when he was he's all roided up before he got back into USADA a year ago to like come back in. You can't be on the stuff that we don't allegedly that he was on, but we know he was on because he said he was. We don't know what other stuff. And then go from taking that to then not taking it, even if it was for repairing an injury, and your body's not going to have some sort of negative impact. And, bro, you're my age. Conor and I are the same age, which is crazy to think about. We're both 37. Yeah. You're 37 years old. You haven't, regardless of training and what, you haven't fought. You haven't been in that adrenaline. You haven't been in that space in 5 years. I'm not about to do stuff that I maybe would have thought about doing even 5 years ago with my body.
I know. And that's what didn't make sense to me. Like, why wouldn't you play it safer knowing that you're older and like everything, like you broke your leg, like, you know, that happened, you know, you gotta move differently because you had a broken leg, whether or not it's like he felt 100%, like, I don't know, but you just like you said, being 37 years old, you gotta move different because you gotta do that to protect yourself.
Yeah. It just seemed like, okay, we've seen it and you've talked, you clearly have a high fight IQ. And for your coach, you were drilling that in the back warm-ups, and your coach to come out, and we've seen Conor start like that in his previous fights. But again, we're talking, you were 5 years ago, pre-roids, all kinds of benders that we've seen you on. Body's operating a little different. So I don't even know why his coach would also then come out today and be like, I get it. You want to dispel the rumors. People are like, he came in with a previous injury. This was just a smoke screen. No, I really think he messed it up on that first ill-advised kick that you said you were practicing. Why? That wasn't even a high percentage strike to do anything. You could see it a mile away. If anything, you put yourself in a more compromising position. So even to drill that, to think you should use that in a real fight scenario, and that just seemed odd.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I don't know. Like, the amount of force you put into that kick, it was too much.
Way too much. Like, you opened up with that?
Yeah.
You didn't even open up with, like, let me throw a jab out there to get some space. You know, you just went right in.
Feel it out.
Move around a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's just, so yeah, and unfortunate for him. He's going to have a lot to deal with. Unfortunate for the fans. Unfortunate for Max. He didn't want to win that way. And like I said, I just think that moment is indicative of just kind of all the things. And one could say a little bit of a message from the universe. Again, I'm not going to say karma, and you can't outrun decision making that you've done, because eventually they do come back to you at some point.
Full circle.
It's always full circle. So the question is, do you think we see him again fighting?
I mean, I don't think so. Unless he has that Ronda Rousey ego, you know?
You know what I could see him doing? Because, like, at this point, why not? I don't know what, he only has one fight left on his contract with the UFC. Let the dude box. He needs to have no more involvement with legs.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I can see a boxing match happening. Like a Jake Paul boxing match. Yeah. The biggest ever boxing match. Something like that.
Exactly. You know, go with where that looks like. But when it comes to overall, I'm not going to minimize his impact on the sport, the things that he's done. And I'm never going to ride with the Conor fanboys and girls who are going to sit here and try to tell me something that is just factually untrue. You can't rank Conor McGregor in the top nothing of those divisions. He never defended a belt. I'm also judging you off of who you want it off of outside, and I'm going to put an asterisk on Aldo. Excellent mind games. Aldo came in flustered. You got knocked out in 13 seconds. I'm not going to take that win away from Conor, but do I think Conor wins a rematch, or do I think it's more competitive? I don't know if he wins, but I think it's more competitive. Aldo to dominate and to be the featherweight phenom as he was, for him to not get another rematch was insanity to me. So cool, but I'm not going to sit here and say Conor's one of the greatest of all time at featherweight just because he beat Aldo in that way. That just is an asterisk for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's coming back.
Because at this point, there's nothing that you can prove that's going to put you in the conversation with people who are fight fans, not fans of, like, just fight fans, in the conversation that you want to be put into. Like, for me, you're not in the conversation. You're in the conversation of making a significant impact at the weight class. You're not in the conversation, to me, in the top 3 even featherweights of all time, or maybe even top 5 if I want to go back of who people fought, who they beat, when they beat them, which is why, say what you want about John Jones, but that's why we always have the conversation about pound for pound, because it was who John fought, when he fought, and how he beat them. Conor came up to lightweight, and no shade to Eddie Alvarez, and Eddie Alvarez wasn't out here and had the UFC light. He had the Bellator respect. Him and Michael Chandler had those battles, respect. But when you think about all-time UFC lightweights, nobody is talking about Eddie Alvarez. No disrespect, but he's not at the tip of the tongue, or even the base of the tongue when you think about that. It would be a mention. You'd be like, oh yeah, Eddie was, solid, was a champ at one time. But you're more likely to say a BJ Penn before you are Eddie Alvarez. And BJ Penn's one, I don't like him, but he is clearly one of the GOATs. I can go off about this all day.
I know.
Conor's not in these conversations.
Yeah. Your fight stats, like you remember everything. It's so crazy to me.
I just replay them because I've watched them.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, he styled on Eddie Alvarez. It was embarrassing, but again, you never defended. You got clowned by Nate in the first fight. Arguably, second fight was a little iffy. And then on your comeback fight, you were up against a beat-up, shell-shocked Donald Cerrone. Stop playing with me. He's not in the conversation. Therefore, there's nothing for him to prove, because he is an unmistakable figure. You can't take away his talent in that. But the conversation he wanted to be in, that other fighters are in, that he's mad about, it ain't happening. And if damn show ain't gonna happen now. So we just gonna have to sit with that. I stand on business on that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know some of these fighters you're talking about.
But if you were to watch and like highlight, you'd be like, right.
Get you.
Yeah. But you know exactly what I'm talking about when we talk about Conor, without even knowing those other fighters. You still would not put Conor in the top of a featherweight or lightweight division. You got beat twice by Dustin Poirier, regardless of you taking your leg out. Like I said, he hasn't beat anybody where I'm like, okay. So, yeah. I think he's done. I don't think we see him again, especially if it's ACL. I mean, that might be like 10 months just to recover, let alone rehab and all of that.
Yeah, and at 37 years old, like, you should probably retire. Find something else to chase, because
yeah, I'm saying
Fighting's over.
It's done. Get into pickleball, I guess. That's what.
Oh, I can't even. Oh, I can't even think about that. Like, quit jujitsu and play pickleball.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that.
That
Pickleball's
that
so
would be
lame to
terrible.
me.
Same, but respect to y'all.
Yeah,
Let's just hope.
respect.
Let's just hope homeboy doesn't go back to, before he found Jesus, where he was taking shots and blowing lines.
Didn't he just recently find Jesus though?
He did. They always do.
Like a year ago.
They always most recently found Jesus, and now they've turned a light. It's like, stop playing in Jesus's face, okay? Be real about it. Dang.
Yeah. It is crazy though, because like just what he said from last night, like, I'm staring darkness in the face, but I'm going to church in the morning, you know? I'm not going to act upon the darkness. I'm still going to church.
Wild.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. So, I guess we'll see what happens with Conor. Wildly underwhelming. Hype to his return. And we're also not surprised because UFC/fight stuff, weird stuff, crazy stuff just be happening.
Mm-hmm.
Tragic. But speaking of BJJ,
yeah,
we got upcoming UFC BJJ. Mikey Musumeci is fighting the Thug Nasty.
Is that his nickname?
Yeah.
Really?
It is.
Oh, that's crazy.
I was like, what?
Bryce Mitchell.
Thug Nasty.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, I was pulling it up. Let's see.
Yeah, Bryce is gonna get his leg yanked off. But Mikey said he's not gonna pull, right? I think Bryce was talking shit on Mikey pulling. So I think Mikey came out and said, I'm not gonna do that this match. I wanna fight him how he wants me to fight him and still win.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got events upcoming.
Yeah, BJJ 10's August 20th.
Okay.
Or no. Mikey's on 11, so that one's coming out after August. I think it might be in September.
BJJ 10?
Or Mikey's on number 11.
Oh, okay, that's right. So, yes, September. Yeah, it is in September. So, you've got that one. So he's going to move up in weight. For September 24th. And then there's also Nicky Rod. Right? There is. Yep, we also got... Or no, he doesn't have him on UFC BJ 11, but I'm sure I saw that last night. Or am I tripping?
Was he on 10?
It says 6.
Dang, that's a while ago.
But I swore I just saw him being advertised last night on the same card.
I think I saw his picture too.
I don't know why they wouldn't have it up yet.
Yeah, he's not on 10.
Maybe it's on this one. Well, then we have... Okay, yeah. So, non-title clashes for the headliner for UFC BJ 11, while Mason Fowler puts his light heavyweight belt on the line against Nicky Rod in the co-main. So, that should be pretty good. When's Fionn?
I don't know. Is she on 11? Because she's not on 10. We'll have to figure all this out.
I know.
Yeah, Brianna St. Marie's on
Oh
10.
yeah, that's right.
Cassia Mora's on 10. Adele's on 10. Anna Lima and Rebecca Lima, they're all on UFC BJJ 10.
So UFC BJJ 10 is the event to watch for the ladies. I mean, they should have some on 11 too, but
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if Fiona's on 11 or not. I think she just competed on the last one.
oh, okay. Well, 10 is August 20th. It's going to be UFC 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we need to have watch parties for those because I always forget to watch them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to, I just never do because it's usually on a Thursday.
Same. Just random.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, bet. Well, is there any more content or anything we didn't get to? I know we talked about a lot, but
I don't think so.
all
No.
right. Well, light ones, let's get to our topic of the week and then our Zen talk for the end here. Topic of the week. In light of our big updates from a few weeks ago, Sensei Deja coming to you now. Topic of the week is there's never an arrival. Remember that I said I feel like a white belt, you know, a seasoned white belt, but I'm in a whole new, fresh sea of just possibilities, nervousness, excitement, all of it. And so I think it's important to celebrate the goals and major achievements while also remembering the process. That's important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
It took you 10 years.
yeah.
You know?
Got a little more gray now. I think I had maybe 2 strands of gray hairs when I started. Now I got some patches and they're kind of sprinkled in through here.
Yeah, you can't tell.
Thanks. Sometimes an angle hits it just right. I'm like, whoo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just a part of your journey, you know? It's just letting you know, hey, you're getting a little older. Yeah, season.
It's the spazzy white belts that are now going to gray me.
They pop a new gray hair pops off every time you roll with the white belt.
Yep, that's what it is. Y'all are gonna age me. It's gonna be London. Little London bridges is gonna give me one big streak right here. That's right. But I think that's important. Like we talk about, you know, this is also tied in McGregor too, because I think his just the athletic story and all of that is just really important because he lost his way. You know, he got to a point where the work did stop for him. And not just like work in the gym necessarily, but like work internally. Like life is life. We're all going to go through it. It's not me passing judgment. I've gone through my stuff and I'm probably going to go through some more stuff. It's just life is life. And it's also saying, you know, you got to take accountability for it. But that's like, it's all in the process. And so when you take things for granted, not that we want to have those reminders, but I know you can probably talk to this too, like when you have little injuries and they're not little, they seem like they're little, but they're not because it completely messes up your whole movement, mobility, ability to sleep, things like that. It's not like you were taking moving for granted. It's just something that you just don't think about and that you take time to shine and highlight of appreciation.
Yeah, you don't realize what you have until your back hurts, you know, and then you're like, damn. You used to sleep just fine and now you can't because your back hurts. Or like your knee, you can't walk or run the same or go up and down stairs. Like, yeah. But you probably before your knee injury, were you thinking about your knees, you know?
Not like that.
Yeah.
I was just coming off of, you know, having the knee thing 2 months before that. And I was like, oh, I'm good now. I started lifting again. That was all she wrote. Sorry, Fred's ear. Sorry you had to hear that. That was a nasty pop there.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah. And so, it's then like you have to, it's like, so when I got my promote, it's like letting it all settle in. It was amazing to have, even though I was bummed out, we're saving it for the fall. It's all good, but I was bummed out. I didn't get to do the Shark Tank or even like roll after, actually
Not
being promoted.
yet.
Yeah, not yet. And so it was a little different. I was a tad bit bummed, but it's also like being able to really take time to, I did like, teared up a little bit when I gave Heidi a hug, because I think it just all hit me right then, of like, and then like having, like I said, it was Matt and Heidi, of them just being them, and then like just receiving that like huge achievement from them, and then like having all of y'all there and like the journey, because I'm so invested in y'all's journey too, like we're invested in everybody's journey, but so it's just like great to see everybody come up, and then to have my parents be there, even though my mom had to leave early. My dad's like, this is what y'all do every Saturday. Like, I've been telling you this for almost 10 years. Yes. Yeah, then my peeps, Dan, Steve, Blanca, Rhiannon, Emily would have been there had she not had to be in Branson. So that was a little bittersweet, but it's just like though having that moment, right? It's just like to sit and appreciate the process. And so when I was sitting there uploading all the photos from, every competition I did at every belt, white, blue, purple, brown, it's like, that's me going back at like the process of it all, the process of putting myself in half guard for a whole year and just being in bad positions because I wanted to get better at my half guard. Now that's the best part of my game. It's the process.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to go through those ups and downs and the struggles and the wins. Yeah, the whole journey.
The whole journey.
But it's crazy, like, your journey's also just beginning. Like, you're just starting a new chapter.
Exactly.
Basically.
Yeah, it's like, it's not even a new book. It's just like a whole nother act. If we think, like, I've gone through these chapters. Now I'm in like another act. But there's no rival. There's like Michaela said, it's like the black belt or just whatever goal that you have going on or whatever. It's not the finish line. It is the beginning, as Michaela has just stated. And you get to choose what kind of beginning that is. I felt that way at every belt. I felt that, I'm sure maybe you felt that way at purple belt.
Yeah. I'm really curious on your perspective at black belt, just because like getting my purple belt made me realize how much more there is to the whole to everything, to your game, to competing, to the knowledge. So like being at black belt level, I'm sure it's like purple belt, but times 10, knowing that there's so much more out there, and you just scratch the surface of what there is to know. That's crazy to me.
Right. But I think I heard something the other day. It was like purple belt is not as polished black belt. And like a brown belt as a black belt, it's just the lack of timing.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that.
But you're right. I think, like I said, my opener was at like one of the funnest journeys that I had was at purple belt. That was my biggest, even though you're at blue belt for a little longer than you are purple, I would say purple was my biggest belt that I grew in.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that now. Like, I'm starting to do cool stuff now. I'm like, oh. Like, just unlocking some new magic, like stuff you didn't know you could do. So yeah, black belt. I bet that's awesome.
Wow. Well, see, we go back to the process. You and your like guard development continuing, getting sweeps right now, and things like these aren't things that it just all of a sudden just develops. Some of this stuff, even like little movements, knowing when to shrimp, just naturally, like those things take years to develop. Like at blue belt, you can, or 6-month white belt, you can do an arm bar. You could teach an arm bar Sigma white belt. You got that basic armbar. But do you know like the concept, the mechanics, where you can get it, how to set that up,
Yeah.
what to feel when you do have it versus you don't, where you need to adjust, like all of those things is the process of you being frustrated, being excited, having stalemates, having huge growth. Sometimes you go to open mat or some training, right, and you're just like, damn, I really improved.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes for a duration of a certain, you're like, do I even know jujitsu?
Yeah. Yeah. I was talking to Sam about that yesterday. Because, like, I feel like I just came off of a plateau. Like, I feel like I didn't improve for like 3 months. Which that's just how I felt. Like, that's probably not true. But recently I just started figuring out, like, realizing, like, oh, I'm doing cooler stuff. You know, like, I feel like I'm climbing out of that plateau. But it's, I don't know. That's just how it's going to be consistently.
That's the, if you think back, that there's always going to be one.
Mm-hmm. I know. Like, the next one's probably coming in a few weeks.
It was like too when I was a white belt, when I started learning more, I was starting to get caught and sweat more in a lot of stuff, and I was like, wait, how is this? It was because you started becoming like more open. So you're more susceptible to stuff, so you start getting caught in more stuff even though you have a better understanding than you did your first week or two. It's insanity.
Yeah. I wonder what your black belt roles are going to be like.
As a competition or like in training?
Just in general, just in training, like what you're going to be realizing in the future during your black belt roles.
That's true.
Like the light bulb moments that you will have.
I know,
I'm just curious. Exciting. Yeah, I'm excited for you.
We're going to be on this journey together. That is going to be exciting. Well, last but not least in this topic of this is like, what can we learn from McGregor's unsuccessful comeback and road back? I'm not going to say he ever thought that there was an arrival, but he damn sure acted like there was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it seemed like this comeback was everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you can't look at it like that.
You can't. Like, as a human, you feel for him, and as an athlete, because it almost, he did cry for a hot minute. Like, you can tell he wanted to break down, and I think for him, maybe we don't know this person, but we can speculate that like all of that in slow motion was like all of that reflection was happening. Like if he does right, he never comes back. He's never gonna feel that kind of fandom again in the octagon. He's never gonna have that experience again. And you don't know it's gonna end like, and it's just like bow. So not saying he didn't appreciate the process, but like he said in his interviews leading up to the fight, he was not as grateful and humble for where he was at. Therefore, just kind of blowing through the process. Things aren't guaranteed. They're just not.
Mm-hmm. Dang. So you said that recently, that he was just kind of flying through everything, just trying to get...
He said it was after he got paid for the Mayweather fight. That he was not being very respectful person. You can put that lightly if you want, but yeah. So, I don't know.
Now your energy, like full circle, it comes back to you. Like if you're putting bad energy out, it's just going to come right back.
Yeah, it is.
But imagine if he did good things instead of doing bad things when he got all that money.
See?
Where he could be now. His knee probably would have held up.
Just saying. Right? Maybe ego, you could still be confident, but maybe the ego would have deflated a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, enlightened ones, remember out there, whatever your goal is, whatever it is you're doing in your journey, not even jiu-jitsu, just whatever, take time to be present as you can to appreciate the process. As the old cliche, the blood, sweat, and tears about it. even the challenging days are things to be grateful of, because those are the things that help you grow later on. And also just know it's a journey. There's never an arrival to things. So you have to continuously maintain, put more work in, put yourself in uncomfortable positions so you keep moving forward.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw a quote recently, or a meme or something, and it was just about like when it's tough, this is where most people quit. But if you keep going, you're not the most people. So I'm like, oh, I've been thinking about that. Like when it's tough, that's just where most people quit, you know?
Don't like to
And
be, they don't like to be uncomfortable.
Don't be soft. Don't be like most people.
Don't be soft. Hey, firm up. Not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
So Connor could keep going. You know, most people would probably quit right there, but he probably should quit. But
I would advise, if I was his team, be like, hey, yo, it's probably time to hang up the MMA gloves. Let's venture off to something else.
Nah, he needs a teammate like Ilya's bro that was like, hey, you're done. You know, like sit down. You're not doing another round. Like it's over.
Bye. No, yeah, we're closing shop right now. It's done. No. You want somebody, you want people like that around you. So.
Yeah. Now Connor totally needs someone like that. He needs like 5 people like that.
It's true. So we encourage you all out there to appreciate your process, be humble, celebrate your wins, acknowledge them, your goals, and keep putting the work in. So
yeah,
that's our segue to our Zen talk of the evening. You got us ready?
I do. I couldn't find my little sticks, so I got a pen.
Okay.
So this might not sound the best.
It sounds what it sounds like.
You're right. All right. I'll keep this one short.
You know what? It gave it a little bit of a, kind of a distorted, interesting. Yeah. So lock in, enlightened ones. It is what it is. We are here for. We got the energy. Hope you're feeling inspired, to keep it going. Keep putting your best foot forward. And so as we get to the end here in our Zen Talk, Michaela and I have this message for you. Don't let familiarity make you forget the miracle. So meaning, always be grateful for the time you can invest and grow. Always. I was thankful I can come in and bike and hang out with y'all over the last couple of weeks. And figure it out,
Yeah.
I'm going to be investing in that.
Yeah. Keep the routine going. Keep getting healthier. Do what you can.
That's, And so we got to practice intentional gratitude. Take time to be like, you know what? Like I said, I would have had a different experience, but that's not the experience that I had that would have happened. I'm so grateful that nothing worse happened to me a couple weeks ago with the whole knee situation. I'm just going to have to do what I'm going to have to do about it. I'm so incredibly grateful that I can at least have one great knee right now, or semi-decent, that I can still walk. I'm grateful that I didn't need crutches. I'm grateful that I can actually sleep in a decent position, even though it's still uncomfortable. It's not like it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I didn't realize, you really kind of did get hit with the double whammy, getting your black belt but being out with your knee.
Yeah.
That is such a weird, high and low moment mixed together.
It was like, bow, bow. And I could definitely make a decision on how I wanted to go about it. Like I said, had it been different, had I felt a lot different, maybe I would have felt different and had not a great attitude about it. And that's just wasn't the case. And it wasn't feeling great the next day. And I was like, woohoo, probably don't have to worry about this. And I had my little pity party for a good 30 seconds. And it was just ain't nothing I can do but what I'm doing right now. And to come back and reassess.
Well, you're keeping that positivity, and that's what's going to help you more than anything.
Mindset.
Yeah. Yeah, you could have been all pissed off about it.
Yep.
You could still be, but that's not going to get you anywhere.
I did it to myself. It was just it's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, had to make sure I hit Fred with, I was like, don't even feel bad. Like, literally, what did you do? Try not to get choked? I mean.
Mm-hmm. I know. Yeah, when I kind of hurt my back again, just from picking up my friend, I'm like, don't feel bad. Like, I'm the one who picked you up and hurt my own back. Like we do it to ourselves.
Yeah, it's just something just happen. Nobody can prevent it. It just is what it is. It's unfortunate. It's bad luck. It's just, you just deal. Nobody says you have to minimize it and not acknowledge the annoyingness and frustration, all that it comes with. But again, you got to pick and choose how you want to move forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel like you're doing it in a nice, healthy way. Yeah.
Yeah, but back to Conor on that, though. Familiarity makes you forget the miracles that you have. And if you think they're small, they're not.
Yeah. Yeah, that's wild. And like, if you're really familiar with miracles stop being familiar.
Dang.
They stop being miracles.
Yeah. That's right. Because then you're sitting there expecting it.
Mm-hmm.
Or like you deserve. Exactly.
Yeah.
Not it. Not it as well. I'd say, right, the community that we built at Ground Theory, that's a miracle. You don't get that everywhere.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Dang, maybe our community is just like magic. Like we're just full of positivity, and that heals us. That's why we can all heal like Wolverine, because we just got that influx of positivity circulating.
I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
1000%.
Hell yeah. The fountain of you. When Matt pours out our sweat from the dehumidifier that collects all our sweat when he dumps that's the fountain of youth right there.
Yeah. There it is, just on the pavement.
That's so disgusting.
It is. So, the overall message in Light Ones is Michaela and I are letting y'all know. When you get too comfortable, stagnation will then turn into an infestation. Nobody ever said infestation was an amazing thing. Nobody said it's an infestation of love. Nobody said that.
Yeah, is there ever a positive infestation? I feel like that word's just negative all around.
Exactly. Exactly. So, don't set yourself up to be stagnant to the point where infestation is coming your way. That could be an infestation of just like a bad attitude, a negative spirit, infestation of just shit energy,
Mm-hmm. Or just being more stagnant.
And you're not growing. Sitting there being all resentful because you're not growing. You got to take accountability. Put yourself in uncomfortable situations.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about I gotta do more recovery. I was stagnant for a little bit, and I haven't been getting better because I've been stagnant.
You just gotta get back on that pony and ride,
Mm-hmm.
Throw another coin in there. Get it going. Yeah. So, we're throwing coins in the ponies, y'all. I hope you're hope you're doing the same out here, okay?
I I like that one. We'll be saying that. Throw another coin in the pony.
Hey, yo, that should be a quote for a coffee mug or something, or a sticker.
All right.
Throw another coin in the pony. Hey, yo, don't take that. That's Deja and Michaela quote right there. Bow. Trademarked. So, let's do it, enlightened ones. So, with that said, do we have anything else for our Zen talk before I get to our quote?
I don't think so.
All right. Let's segue to our quote, enlightened ones, so we can end for the day. So, we have: success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which he has overcome while trying to succeed. Booker T. Washington.
Nice.
Booker T. Yeah. Let's do 2 times in case you missed it the first time. We have: success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which he has overcome while trying to succeed. Booker T. Washington.
Nice.
Yeah. Love it.
I like the second time always hits me.
It's like when you got like a nice plate of food, like that first bite, you're like, it's always like the second bite's the confirmation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. So, enlightened ones, figure out how you can get a handful of coins, put them in your ponies, and keep on improving and get it going. Don't be stagnant out here.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw out here. Well, once again, Stasia.
This is Michaela.
We'll check y'all next time. Peace.